Cheers. It's not a fake sip this time.
No, I like
for
that.
for the haters out there, but
Got my tequila sunrise going right now. Sunny D and Don Julio.
You know me, vodka, Sprite.
What kind of vodka?
Varies. I like Tito's.
Uh-huh.
I like Grey Goose.
What you got in there right now?
Grey Goose. Feeling a little bit
Besides
expert. What's that word today?
elegant?
Elegant. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
expert.
I was gonna go. Whatever. Besides the point. We're
We're
back.
We're here. We're live. We're now at it. We got topics going on from all over the place. We got stuff
Everywhere.
going on in Detroit. We got stuff going on in the sports industry. We just got something for the gamers that hasn't been announced in a long time. So finally we got some shit coming out for some gamers.
Something for the streamers.
Yeah, all the way around. It's been going around all the way around. For the last, first we'll catch up. You know, it's been Fourth of July weekend. It's a great long weekend.
Nice weather this week.
You went up north, didn't you?
Yes.
You came back a day early.
Yes.
Why?
So up north, during the 4th of July, July 5th,
Yeah.
they were expected to get golf ball size hail.
Fire.
What's the point of being up north when I can be at home and sit? You know, wasn't going to be able to go outside, wasn't going to be able to explore, wasn't going to be able to go down to the beach. Like, what's the point of sitting up north inside with no Wi-Fi,
No, for real.
nothing to do? It's a quarter golf ball size
Kind
hail.
of stranded in a sense.
And then leaving on Saturday on 4th of July weekend when everyone's coming down from up north.
Right.
Or you just leave a day earlier before all the weather comes in.
The madness.
Didn't hit a single bit of traffic on the way home. All around a win, in my opinion. But other than that, it was a good time. Good time. I love being up north.
Sounds good. You know, it's
Yeah. Petted some cows.
lit. Fucking lit.
Explored the woods on an ATV.
What?
Saw some Ludington fireworks.
I was up in my mind. I was
Saw
just
my
chilling.
good guy Jared in Ludington.
Really?
Like,
Did you really?
swear to God.
That's crazy.
Like, you know, like,
That's
couldn't have been better, man.
That's so
I don't know.
random.
It was random. I mean, he called me a couple days before. He was like, yo, where are you going to be on 4th of July? Be up north. Sorry, I can't hang out.
Uh-huh.
Where you going? I'm be at Ludington fireworks.
Uh-huh.
No way, I'm going to be at Ludington fireworks. Well, no way.
So we can hang out.
So let's hang out then. It's a win-win.
So that's lit. No, mine was nothing like that. I chilled. I didn't do shit.
Man, sometimes that's just the best way to do it.
It
though.
was, bro. 'Cause I live right off a main road, so I see fireworks in every direction.
Everywhere. I mean, even last night, they were still fucking
They were
cooking,
still
bro. I was
going,
like,
bro.
what is going on?
Speaking of people that cooking, you know, he did not cook in his game, but I'm gonna be cooking him. Eric's kind of against this, but you know, it's. I'm curious on what the people think. You know, but Bronny had his first summer league game a couple days ago. I believe, like you said, 4 points, 21 minutes played.
Yeah.
Fucking garbage. I saw the
It's
clips.
garbage,
bro,
man,
Bro,
but-
he took shots that did not need to be taken. He played a way that did not need to be played. I don't even know. I don't know what got into him, but he was not him. You know, he was choking hard for sure.
I understand that. Let's remove ourselves from being normal people and put ourselves in a professional basketball
You're
athlete.
LeBron James' son.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. He's LeBron
There's
James'
a high
son.
expectation.
High expectation, but how high? He was drafted number 55, bro.
To still be in the NBA and to still be playing.
Well, I hear from the way I hear, he's going to spend most of his first year on the G League, which is
100%.
not even like playing on the court with
No,
LeBron. That's not playing with any of the players.
No, 100%. And that's because he's a rookie. Like, you know, he's still got a lot.
Did 1 year at college, man, and he barely played because of his cardiac arrest.
Yeah, he's got a lot to prove. That's for sure. You know, that's what a lot of people are clowning on him for. Is that, you know, he didn't play well. He got a stupid deal. He was like one of the first players to get like a 360 deal in a sense. You know.
Yeah.
$8 million contract for 4 years, and then he's just screwed on it.
And it's guaranteed, too.
Yeah, but it's my point. You know, it's a guaranteed, but at what cost?
But at the cost of no one wants to play there anymore.
Yeah, right.
Meaning, like, I don't know if you saw on the news this week, but, like, Klay Thompson left Golden State.
Oh, really?
Someone else went to...
Well, what does that have to do with the Lakers?
So, Lakers wanted Klay Thompson, but Klay Thompson didn't want to play with the Lakers.
Right.
We don't know why,
Right.
but LeBron tweeted last week, maybe it's me.
Could be.
Because what people, I guess, like, I'm not a big fan of basketball,
No.
so don't quote me 100% on this, but LeBron runs that Lakers team
Oh,
right
100%.
now. And for someone like Klay Thompson's caliber to step up, he's a great
No,
basketball
but
player.
he's the same position as LeBron.
He doesn't want to be under. He doesn't want to be looked at under LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Be told what to do. Be told how to.
Because if I'm not mistaken, I think LeBron's a small forward. I think that's the same as Klay Thompson. So it's just
Yeah, I'm
power
not-
movers.
Exactly. I don't even know what LeBron plays. I just know he's a good basketball
No,
player.
yeah, he plays guard a lot, and then he'll play forward.
So like, I think that's a lot of reason why a lot of players don't want to go to the Lakers right now is because they don't want to be under LeBron when they,
Yeah,
Could
'cause
be-
They have their own thing to shine. They want to go to the team and be their own captain.
especially when it's the people that are like the caliber at LeBron,
Yeah,
like Klay Thompson, great basketball
100%.
player, and I don't know. It's like there was another person that was gonna go to the Lakers but ended up signing somewhere else, and like Klay Thompson took a huge pay cut going somewhere else, not to the Lakers.
Really?
That's what I'm saying. That's why LeBron said maybe it's me, because
Wow.
he doesn't think people want to play with him
So
anymore.
they're even taking the
because
sacrifice of making they're gonna ready to pack it all, move it all, take a smaller check.
well,
So I'm just talking about the work.
yes and no. From the way it looks like at the outside, yes,
Yeah.
but I don't think so because you got to look at it the fact as he makes $55 million in California.
Mm. Oh,
He's
but yeah,
paying how much in taxes versus making $40 million in
wherever.
Virginia or
Yeah, where
North Carolina. Like, it probably equals out to around
No,
the same,
100%, or even better.
Exactly, because
It's tough.
California is the worst on taxes.
Took
As
the
we
words out of
know.
my mouth. Took the
Yeah.
words out of my mouth.
But so this isn't something we wanted to talk about, but we're on the NBA
Oh, yeah.
trail. Did you see what Caitlin Clark did last night?
No, so everyone's talking about this. You know, everyone's going crazy about Angela Reese and Caitlin Clark, and everyone's just, what's going on?
So Angela Reese made the Olympic team.
Oh, really?
Caitlin Clark did not.
So everyone's saying that she's getting shade because she's the white girl who's like going crazy.
Caitlin Clark recorded the first triple-double in women NBA history last night. And they say she's not good enough for the Olympic team. It just blows my mind, bro. This woman was like the number one women's basketball player. That's just what everyone says. I don't watch
Oh,
women's
yeah, of course.
basketball.
I
I
don't
know
know
there's
what's
other
going on
great
with it.
players like Angela Reese and all them,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just crazy you leave someone of that caliber off the Olympic roster when
this
they're
word caliber, huh? This is your new word?
well, I mean, like she's at that caliber,
At the
like,
performance level?
but she's high caliber.
Yeah,
She's the only
get it.
one in her league,
You learned a new
sort
word.
of say. I guess but I'll be using it other words. I bring out the higher level vocabulary when the podcast
I
comes
love
out.
it. This is extravagant.
It's like a business call. You know what I'm
Awesome.
saying? But so just imagine them leaving like LeBron off the fucking Olympic team. This is what Caitlin Clark is to the Women NBA Basketball
Mm-hmm.
League. Just blows my mind.
It's interesting, you know, because it's the first time that really like WNBA has been put on a spotlight like this, and it's like everyone's finally getting some attention towards it.
Right.
So like people are really like, what's going on here? Like why did this happen? Why did that happen?
I was arguing with one of my boys a couple weeks ago.
Mhm.
Not you, because I'm sure you would have fucking came to my senses.
Uh-huh.
That you could buy a women NBA team for a couple $1 million a
course.
couple years ago. I think in the next 10 or 15 years, women NBA is just going to be just as big as the NBA,
No,
being because the NBA's viewing
it'll never
is
be as big.
declining so much.
It'll never be as big.
I beg a differ.
No, it'll never be as big.
I beg a differ.
So we can.
We
Make
can
it-
beg a differ, man, but I think it's just going to be... Think about it. I was having this
It's been
argument.
around for almost the same amount of time.
Guess what the most viewed basketball game was last year?
I don't know. Probably the playoff game.
All the leagues.
What?
Caitlin Clark
Oh,
versus... They had 18.3 million viewers
Yeah.
watching the women NBA.
Yeah, but it's because people
The
wanted to see
NBA
them.
Finals only had 13 million people watching.
Because we only cared about those two.
But that's what I'm saying. As more people come out of the spotlight... Because alright, as shitty as it's going to sound, but women basketball players aren't nearly as good as the men's basketball
No, of course,
players.
but you're comparing 1 out of a dozen to hundreds out of, you know.
But there's more players in the women's NBA that are just as good as Caitlin Clark that didn't get the recognition.
I
That's
agree
what
with
I'm
that,
saying.
but there's a double to triple the exposure to, or even craziness. Like, I don't know how to word it, but like, there's such a higher standard for NBA than there's WNBA.
I agree with you. And that's now. That's what I'm saying. 15, 20 years.
No, that's
Because
it's
women-
always gonna continue.
Because there's more women in the population than
So
men.
then at that point, why don't they just mix the sport? If they want to make it on viewers, why don't they just have guys and girls play together?
At the rate that the NBA viewership is declining, they just might in the next 15 or 20
Is
years.
that bad?
Yeah. You didn't. It's a whole different topic, but this is the reason why Mark Cuban sold a
Oh, really?
3.4 billion % of his
Yeah,
team.
majority percent of it.
Yeah, is because the viewership for NBA versus they're about to sign a new production rights.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not using that word right. A new
Streaming rights.
this year, and their viewership from 2009 to now has declined nearly 30%.
Damn.
People aren't watching TV as much as they were in the early 2010s.
No,
Without
100%, 'cause it's
TV,
boring now.
without TV, what is the NBA?
No, it's without what's it called, cable and all that.
Exactly.
It doesn't even matter.
Exactly, bro. And another reason we're way off topic
Go
now.
ahead. I'm about to bring this back in.
But another reason why Mark Cuban sold the team was because that family he sold it to they're huge in the gambling industry,
Yeah.
and they're trying to bring the gambling industry to Texas,
Yeah.
like Vegas, and they're going to turn the Mavericks into a casino/basketball team,
Yeah,
and then Mark Cuban would get half the revenue from the casino too.
Yeah.
So it's really a money move in the long run.
No, 100%. It's different. But speaking on like you were saying, about times changing. It's been a while. PS5s came out right during COVID. Not sure if people knew about or heard about, but Xbox is having a new release soon. It's going to be a new Xbox S console.
Yeah.
And then Xbox Limited.
Yep.
And they're going to be pretty much, it's nothing special to them. They're one is going to still be a disc player.
Okay.
And then there's going to be two systems that are going to be completely digital, just like the PlayStation.
So what makes them different from the Xboxes that released around the same time as the PS5?
From what I've heard, it's nothing other than bigger storage. That's the main thing that I've heard. Maybe there might be a better processor for graphics.
It's just important, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But
because that's the thing that, for example, games are so big right now. Like Fortnite is 200 plus gigabytes, right? Right. So if you get like 4 or 5 games like that, you have a terabyte. You can only have those 5 games. That's it.
right.
But for someone who likes to play like 10, 20, 30 different games and have like YouTube, this, streaming, that, you need...
It's not going to work.
No,
yeah.
absolutely not. You need a lot of storage.
So let me ask you, do you think they're fucking people by moving to just digital copies of the game that way? Because when you download it, it takes so much space up on your console.
So
but
I think it's a move for the future, but it's fucking the people, because that's the number one thing that I enjoyed as a kid. Is that your boy would buy half the games, you buy the other part of the games, and then your other boy would
share them, yeah.
Exactly. And so, like, once the disc was in your system, it made you download the game, and then you didn't need the disc anymore.
Because you used to, I'm sure Xbox fixed it, but
Yeah.
you used to be able to glitch it out where you could get the
Yes.
download games onto your boy's console. And
that's
then
exactly what I'm talking about. All you need is the main disc.
Yeah.
So that's what I would do with, like, Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
That's what I would do with GTA 5. That's what I would do with all of them.
So they're trying to capitalize on making more money.
I think
so. Making people buy extra storage to
be able
to buy more games for their Xbox.
That's what I think so. It's kind of like like an Apple thing. It's just like it's like Apple's getting sued for the same shit right now because it got proven that anything that gets done or sent outside of an Apple product will be purposely diminished.
Right.
Meaning that, like, if you send a picture to an Android device, the picture is purposely going to be blurry.
Yeah, where it looks perfectly fine on your device, but when I receive it...
it's going to look blurry, and that's something that Apple's getting sued for right now. So I wonder if it's going to be the same thing with all this digital shit, that you're kind of limiting the customer's options, is that you're forcing them that it has to be done through your store. Because think about it, like, okay, let's say I want a digital game. I can only get it digital if I go through Microsoft, the Xbox store.
The Microsoft store.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
On my
It's
Xbox.
kind of a monopoly at the end of the day.
Right. It's the same thing as Instagram. You remember when I'm trying to do my ads and everything? So, like, people don't know about this. If you do ads on Instagram through specifically your phone, Apple charges you a 30 to 35% interest fee. So, for example, I did a $35 ad a couple weeks ago. I paid $50 for it. So I got a $15 surcharge fee on it. And so it's really...
And what does that cover?
Nothing.
Like, did they tell you what that covers? Or is it just because they're not making money off you using their device to spend money on something else?
So it's an Apple surcharge fee,
Which is complete bullshit, because if I go on my MacBook computer, I can run that ad on your on your Instagram and not pay a surcharge fee.
And that's
it's just because it's from a mobile device.
That's the weird thing, is because, like, I'm paying for the cellular I'm paying for the device itself. I'm paying for the cellular connection on it. I'm paying a monthly bill to Apple for all the apps that I use. Like, how much more do you want from me?
And let's be real, Apple makes money every time you download one of their apps, whether it's Instagram, something. They're making a cut somewhere down the line, or they wouldn't be fucking selling it.
No, and so that's it's gonna be interesting to see that they said that it should be releasing late July. This new Xbox. What I'm really curious to see is what the hype's gonna be like, because it's different times right now. PS5 people are using it to resell and make money on. I don't see
Back in 2020, are people still doing that? Because you can get them kind of widely available
you
now.
know,
I've
the
noticed.
people make like $50 on them, right?
Okay.
But that's because it's been 3-4 years on the device.
I remember when we were trying to buy them for like 700. We would sit and try to buy them for 700
Yeah.
and sell them for 11, 1200.
Exactly right, bro. And so it's interesting because the Xbox is gonna be $350 and $450 or something, and then there's gonna make a limited one that's like 600, and that one's like 2 terabytes.
Okay.
But
Do you think there'll be the same hype around them
Absolutely
as 2020?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I think that at max, there's gonna be something where people are gonna get lucky. Is gonna be the people who sit on their 3 or 5 Xboxes for 5 months until Christmas time.
Because if I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, the Xboxes weren't the ones that were really reselling for a crazy amount.
No.
It was the PS5s
Yeah,
that
the
were
Xboxes were reselling for
like $50 to $100 more.
in the
But
very beginning maybe 150.
Yeah.
If you were lucky.
But the PS5s were always like $300-$400
$200
more.
maybe.
Yeah.
That's like you go to a store and flip it for $200. And
Right,
they'll
right,
make, like,
exactly.
200 on it.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, man. Because, like, what's the difference? Because I did see a little bit of something about it. It sounds like they have a couple new color lines coming out with the new Xboxes.
Yeah,
and
it's the
and
same
the
thing
memory.
besides one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a galaxy color, but that's about it. They're not switching anything with controllers. They're not adding any new graphics or designs. What I like is I was afraid that they were gonna limit you because this is what happened between the 360 and the One.
Yeah.
When the One came out, you could not play any 360 games
Yeah.
on the One.
Yeah, I
And
remember
vice versa,
that.
you can play any One games on the 360.
Which was big because the original Xbox, you could play all those games on
All
the 360,
and,
right?
and all the Xbox and all the
Okay.
Xbox games. And the 360 games is what everyone had because
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what every
yeah.
device
It
everyone
was
had.
around for 10, 15 years. That's when gaming really fucking blew
Exactly.
up.
And then out of nowhere, this One comes out, and then you put in your Modern Warfare 3, and it did not work.
Which ended up changing. Because you can play 360 games on one now.
Maybe some.
Like you can play Modern Warfare 2 on the one.
Yeah,
you can play
yeah,
like.
you can play Black Ops 2.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
you can play all those games, bro. Do you remember when Black Ops 2 came out? That was like the peak
That was
of
every
the
boy's
gaming
peak hood.
industry.
That was 100%. That was every boy's peak hood. I remember getting on from 9 o'clock to 3 a.m. Zombies.
Zombies?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what I was doing.
Were you on Nuketown?
No. I was one of those kids that had a PVR.
Jesus Christ.
I had a recording device.
Yeah, I know.
We'd make trick shot montages.
Yeah, it was you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was a part of clans that had a couple 100,000 subscribers. You know.
Clip it.
Yep. I remember my most famous trick shot.
What was it?
The express train bang.
Oh,
It was
okay.
across the whole map though. I killed him on the other. Like he was coming out. You know how?
Their spawn?
Yeah. You know how Express has the two
Main trains.
bridges across the train.
Yeah.
I was jumping off one bridge on the other side. Smoked him on the other side of the bridge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Might have to add the clip in if we can find it.
Look up Tame Aspector on
Tell
YouTube.
where to find it. Tell where to find it. Say it again.
I swear to God, Tame Aspector, ASPCTRR.
Find him.
The whole YouTube channel is still out there.
You're gonna see some shit, bro. Speaking of seeing some shit, I know you. This is like you don't know many streamers. This guy you know well. You know?
Okay.
So, I woke up this morning, seeing 2 crazy things. We'll talk about one of them. The second one we'll get into a little bit later.
Okay.
The first one that really blew my mind. Okay. New allegations coming out against the streamer Sketch. Yes.
Sketch?
The man Sketch. What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
No, it's funny you mention him because I literally just heard about him probably in April.
Yeah.
Maybe in
He's
March.
fresh. He is fresh, bro, and that's...
And everyone was like, do you know the Sketch guy? Like, what's
Yeah.
up, brother? I'm like,
That's
what are
the
you
original
talking
Gino
about?
Sketch. It's just, what's up, brother?
I'm
What's
like,
up,
what
brother?
are you talking about,
Yeah,
man?
why are you, what's up, brother? Me?
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's huge allegations coming out. I don't know if it's blackmail. I don't know if it's AI. I don't know what it is, bro. But
It's so hard to tell these
Dude.
days, man. This AI is
it's getting
insane.
serious. So there's allegations coming out that before his streaming career, he used to be a big time gay, what's it called? Porn star. And that he used to be doing some like crazy shit, that he would be dressing up in costumes. He would be getting up and doing like sets. He was post up all of this, and people are trying to compare the face comparisons. Like, so he has a mole like right here,
Yeah.
and people are saying like that same picture of the other person also has moles right there. So I'm like, what I'm afraid of is that It's not him at all. Definitely there's a
It's-
person doing that, but they just perfectly photoshopped his face right onto it and then edited it up a little.
So I gotta say two things. One, it's gonna sound, but who really the fuck cares? At the end of
right,
the day,
100%.
bro, like, sketch is sketch. Like, obviously, he's not as like, I don't know how to say this to not be like disrespectful, but like, he's not like a
Socials?
normal person. Like,
No, of course.
he's just like obviously like, I don't know. I feel like if he actually did that, it would have came out a lot sooner than now. Like, cause like, obviously I saw the photo on Instagram this morning or Twitter or whatever, scrolling by. Like, it looked nothing like him, and maybe if it was him, he was like 13 or 14 years
Whoa.
old. He's only 20. He's my age, bro.
But my point, what are you doing dressing up and
But
looking
that's
like
what I'm
that at
saying.
13?
But that's what I'm
That's
saying.
even
Because
worse,
those pictures of that kid did not look like he was a 21-year-old
No, but
kid.
he doesn't even look 26 though.
You could say the same thing about me. It's just because
No.
I haven't shaved in
No.
2 weeks.
I could say you're minimum 23. I would look at him and say,
Motherfucker, I get ID'd more than you. I don't want to hear it.
no, but I don't know why. I don't know why. It's something about you. It's like a little kid.
Everywhere, man. Oh, he's good. I
Yeah,
need to
little
see
guy,
your
you're all
ID.
good.
Yeah.
Hey, big fella.
The 6'9" guy? Yeah. 6'9". That was a stretch.
Yes.
6'3",
Let
boy.
me see that ID for you, please.
Through the face.
That killed me, bro.
But anyways, bro, with AI nowadays,
100%.
I don't think it's sketch at all.
You really don't think so at all?
Because Sketch's story is like, if you heard him before, like before he got into streaming, he worked with his father.
Yeah,
his-
then he was a frat boy. He was
His
this.
dad owns.
They make a lot of money for oil company.
No. His dad's a real estate developer.
I thought they have an oil company as
He
well.
owns a real estate building company similar to Pulte Homes that did $30 million last year.
I thought they had an oil company.
Maybe they do. If they do, they're even more richer
Yeah,
than
no,
I
I was gonna
thought.
say they're
So,
loaded.
And Sketch before, he said he worked with his dad's real estate company.
Mhm.
Not saying like he didn't do that, but like I think a lot of people don't like him for whatever reason.
How fast he blew up.
I
and,
think
like,
a lot of people are trying to cancel him
so
because he's such a genuine guy.
what a lot of people are thinking is that he's kind of like
A plant.
no, not even like the other way around. Like he was the plant to like for everyone to get sauce off of. It was like so
Yeah.
usually like a plant is the one that like puts everyone out. It seems as if he was in a sense put in here to put everyone else on and then like get like taken advantage of. Because like there's a guy named Nick something, I can't remember. He was part of Nelk Full Send Squad. He was dating Sky Bree for a while.
I'm not sure who you're
I'll
talking
have to
about.
tell you later. Like it's Nick Kalanonis. I can't remember say the name, but he had a podcast with, or he did a couple YouTube videos with Sketch, and he drained him for his clout. Just drained him, and I think like that's like what Sketch's kind of purpose is, that he had his moment, and now everyone's just taking advantage of him for his clout, and then trying to use it for their own,
1,000%.
for their own gain or benefit. And
He's
then,
been hanging out with FaZe Banks, Bradley
Yeah,
Martin,
you know what I'm
people who
saying?
kind of like fell off a little bit, but aren't really falling off.
yeah, that still needs some relevancy and that he can kind of help with.
Similar to the music industry, bro. When you're falling off, you go get a
You
young boy,
feature.
you go to a young boy or Lil Durk feature, and you're back on right away.
100%.
It's like same thing.
It's ironic you mentioned Lil Durk. This is the second crazy thing I was gonna say, that there's crazy shit going on. I was telling you about it this morning. You couldn't even believe it.
I was like, "What are you talking about, man?"
I want people to do the research themselves. So Lil Durk has a son. He's 10 years old.
Do we know which son? Because he has multiple sons.
But I'm assuming there's only one 10-year-old. I'm assuming.
I wouldn't assume that.
Okay. Well, I don't know. We'll have to figure out which son it was. But one of his sons was with his mom and his stepdad at living at their house, and the mom and the stepdad got into a huge dispute. Long story short, as the dad is putting hands on the mom, the stepdad is putting hands on the mom, the son, Lil Durk's son, came up. Let me rephrase this a little better. Stepdad is carrying a piece on his sidearm. He's open carrying. He's getting in a dispute with the mom. From the video that it looks like, there's videos everywhere. People can watch it anywhere. You can find it on TikTok easily. It seems as if he's grabbing the mom and putting her, like, trying to put her in like a headlock and wrapping her up, beating on her. The son comes up the side, grabs the pistol out of his holster, and literally shoots the stepdad right there on the spot. So
Didn't think about it or
I
nothing.
didn't even think about it. Just popped him right there.
That's Lil Durk's son.
Right. And so that's what everyone's saying right now is that, is this self-defense? was this kid coerced by his mom, and the mom kind of tell him early on, like, I hate this guy, we got to do what we can to kill him, I'm going to get in a fight with him. There's a lot of different things, you know?
Yeah, no, 1,000%. And you have no clue.
We have no clue.
clue.
We've seen the video, and, like, you know, it's crazy, bro, because he literally just pulled it off and he shot him. The stepdad's in the hospital. He's not dead, he's still alive, but he's in the hospital, he's in bad condition. He came out with a video saying, like, you know, the mom tried to get me killed, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And so now everyone's, you know, commenting at Dirk. Like, that's your son, Dirk. That's your son. Get your son. Get your son. This man need help. This man need help. So everyone's going crazy about it.
All right, this is gonna sound pretty bad coming out of my mouth, but do we know which baby mama of it was of Dirk's?
I don't know any of that.
Because there's one that's been around a long time. It was she's one that used to be in all his videos with him. And
this is the 10-year-old son.
It's got to be that first one.
You know what I'm saying? First or second.
Yeah.
Baby
I don't know, man. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
Well, yeah, I want to see.
I imagine Lil Durk's baby mama is a little bit on the she's a gangster. I'm sure.
Yeah, she's on the ghetto side.
I'm sure the stepdad's a gangster. And
it seemed like it. They were living in a nice picket fence, you know, front yard and everything. That's what from the videos, because it was.
Oh no, 100%
from their front yard.
100%. I'm sure Lil Durk pays for his baby mama to not live in the ghetto.
Yeah. 100%.
So what I'm saying, like. I'm sure that's Lil Durk's house at one point. Whether he bought it, put her name on it, paid for it, whatever.
Yeah.
The stepdad's living in Lil Durk's house. Beat on Lil Durk's baby mama.
Where Lil Durk's around.
Where Lil Durk's son had to shoot him.
Yeah.
I'm scared for this guy. Forget everything that happened here. I'm scared for the guy that Lil Durk's son shot.
There was multiple kids around. It wasn't just him. There was multiple kids around.
I didn't see the video. I saw a screenshot of it. Wasn't it broad day? Wasn't it like middle of the day?
Broad day in the front yard, walking down the fucking side path of their, like, walking to the front door with maybe, it looked like 5 to 7 people outside. And it looked like at least 4 of them were children.
Alright. Now this is going to sound really bad. But how the fuck does a 10-year-old know to, like...
I don't know.
Like, I get this is Lil Durk's son,
I don't know, but how do you know to pull it out the holster, rack it back, and then...
He had to rack it back?
Either or. Okay, fine. How do you know that? Okay, fine, he pulled the trigger, and then he had to rack it back afterwards. Like, we don't know the circumstance of it.
Right.
No one's obviously going to say, I've seen the dad, but if they only have the dad's story, they don't have anyone else's story to go against.
Well, they had the video.
No, but the video is kind of iffy. Unless that's how they edited it, where it cuts
I would
out.
like to hear below what people think will happen with the 10-year-old. Will they charge him?
That's what I want to see.
Will they let him go? Will Lil Durk bury this thing with money?
Mm-hmm.
Will...
That's it, really. Is money going to solve the problem? Is the law going to solve the problem?
Or are they not going to charge you because he's a 10-year-old?
Exactly right. Is everything going to be like self-defense?
And they're going to look at it and be like, wow, this kid deserves a hero because he saved his mom's life.
Exactly.
Who knows what would have happened if this kid didn't do that.
Exactly right. That's...
My worst fear is it's not going to get portrayed that way based off Lil Durk's music.
Yeah, but it's this kid. It's not him.
I understand.
You know,
that's... But at the end of the day...
Crazy.
Lil Durk raps about catching bodies, pulling up on ops. Yep. What does he say? My lawyer asked me how high I was. I told her high as duck. Like, there's just like a whole like.
There's little signals there.
Yeah, like a couple years ago, Lil Durk's house got broken into. India pulled out the pipe and started shooting. It's just like,
what's going on?
This guy's got shooters, even his kid.
Literally, bro. He's just trained shooters everywhere he goes.
I don't know, man.
We'll end up on our final topic. You know, a little bit sadder story here. You know, we'll finish off. You know, I want to say, I hope everything goes well for Lil Durk's son. I hope he doesn't face any charges or anything gets started for him. And I hope it ends on a positive note.
Especially if it's the circumstances that we learn.
Exactly. That if that's really what happens, stepdad's gonna learn not to ever touch that woman ever again or be around
whether the son taught him or Lil Durk's people will catch up with him.
Exactly.
So.
But on a sadder topic, you know, during was this Sunday morning or is this Monday morning that this happened? So it's 3 a.m.
I want to say it's the weekend. It'd be wrong of me to say yesterday or Sunday.
Okay, so we'll say it was Sunday morning.
It was the 4th of July weekend going into the Monday. Yep. I think.
So I believe this happened Saturday night, technically Sunday morning.
Correct.
Happened around 3 a.m. There was a huge fight that broke out at a block party in Detroit. They were going deep there. There was a huge block party going down on the east side of, I can't pronounce the word, the street, but it was off some street in East 7 Mile. That was somewhere down there on the east side. So I believe it was a 20-year-old girl and a 22-year-old girl that got into a fight, into like a physical altercation, like real fight, throwing hands.
Yeah.
And there's a video that someone's taken as they're getting into the fight, and then out of nowhere, all you hear is gunfire. Not even gun, raining gunfire.
Right.
Like these have
Automatic.
switches, automatics, whatever it was. Someone was down there to do some damage. Long story short, it's 2 people dead, 20 people
shot.
injured in critical condition. All ages ranges, all of the ages range from 17 to 28. So we got kids that are, half.
So it was younger kids. It wasn't older people
No,
partying.
and it wasn't 14-year-old, 15-year-olds, but it was a wide variety.
It was
of
like
ages.
the age of like early adulthood
to full adult, yes.
Yeah.
To being almost a parent,
That's crazy.
And it's sad to say because people are saying that you guys got to stop partying, you guys got to stop going. That's not the problem. People don't need to stop
People
partying.
should be able to have a party on their street,
in front of their house,
without a fist fight turning to a 20
fight.
people shot, 2 people dead.
Because I'm a big believer of put the guns down, put the fist up. I have no problem with that. Fight out your problem, but leave it at that. If your friend or whoever's getting their ass beat, then they shouldn't have picked that fight. That's sadly how it works. You can't win every fight and you can't lose every fight.
It's sad too because
what did those 20 other people have to do with it?
Detroit's on its comeback right now,
Heavy.
and this
Put that
20 people shot, 2 people dead does not make our city look fucking good.
No, like you said, well, it was technically, this is
They didn't label it as a mass shooting.
Yeah.
But if it was in a mall, if this was at a school,
Mm-hmm. It's very
if this was in
circumstantial.
Farmington Hills,
It's very circumstantial too.
it's what classifies a mass shooting, what doesn't.
No,
That's where I'm stuck at
because that's
nowadays.
the thing. It's 20 people injured, 2 people dead.
That's a mass shooting in my eyes.
Right. The gunmen are still at large, if I'm not mistaken. So it's very.
And unfortunately, they'll probably never find out who shot those people.
If they don't find them by tomorrow, then they're gone.
No, that's how Detroit works. They don't solve gang-related crimes
No.
because
They'd rather keep it going.
they'd rather keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, they're keeping them employed, whether...
No, 100%. They're keeping their jobs afloat, and it's so sad to see because it's just a very common thing. Like Detroit's the type of place where it's just people are always on tip for no reason.
Everywhere.
You
cut someone off in the wrong lane,
Yeah.
you better say it, pray.
Well, see, they call it it's. That's what's really ironic to me is that it wasn't younger kids because the younger kids is like the generation of crash outs. Those are the kids that always have something to say.
They don't care what happens.
No, and they could be walking left, and you say keep going left, and they say who the fuck are you to tell me to keep going left?
Right, 100%.
So it's tough to see on
I think anyone under your generation is like that. You guys are
no
like
older above, not below above.
What do you mean? Younger kids than you.
Yeah, so that it's gonna be above my generation.
Younger age. What did I
Right.
say? Below your generation?
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't that be right? If your generation is that, anyone below you would be a lower generation.
Oh, then yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Whatever, besides the
What about
fucking
you?
point. But, like, you guys and your
I think
generation,
2002, 2003 is kind of the last cutoff. 2006,
Like-
everyone kind of below.
I think it personally starts in the year 2000, but, like, the 2001, 2002 babies are, like, more towards the
It was all
90s
these kids who had to
babies
graduate.
compared
It's
to...
all these kids had to graduate through high school through online.
Yeah.
Like, they just lost that shit.
1,000%, bro.
Class of 2021, class of 2022, class of 2023, and class of 2024.
They're fucked.
100%.
Fucked.
100%, bro. There's some scary motherfuckers. What are you looking at?
Yeah, it's like, bro, I'm walking down the hallway.
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean, bro? We're walking down the same hallway. What are you looking at?
You don't want these problems, son.
They do, though. They do.
I know, man.
They
I
do.
know.
But I pray for everyone. I'm wishing everyone a speedy recovery. It's sad to see on everything that's happening with it.
It is horrible, especially because Detroit's on its way back. I mean, we've seen murders, but we've never seen anything 20 people shot in one night at the same
I think Detroit's
location.
really about to be a movie because you're about to see some crazy shit happening in the city and then some crazy shit happening outside of the city. Like when I say in the city, I mean downtown Detroit, like where we go chill. And then like by the city, I mean like the suburbs.
What do you mean crazy shit happening?
So okay,
Don't get too crazy, but give me a 30-second elaboration.
I have a belief that this new resort that we're about to be getting, someone's gonna get killed over it.
Where the Joe Lewis is?
No, We got approved for our first ever luxury resort in downtown Detroit.
I thought it was where the old Joe Louis was.
Yes. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's gonna be connecting
Yeah,
to
okay.
the Renaissance building.
Yeah.
Yes. It's gonna be 25 stories. It's gonna be 600 plus rooms. It's gonna be a JP Marriott or JP something.
Like a conference center.
No, the conference center is gonna be at the Cobo. That's just a hotel where everyone's gonna stay, and it's gonna connect over to the Cobo for the conference.
So you think with all this new development downtown, something weird's gonna happen
100%,
with it?
because I think someone's gonna get fucked about the property. Someone's gonna do some shady shit about something, and it's gonna cost someone either a lot of money or their life. Genuinely.
While we're on this topic, and before we let the people go, did you just see about the guy who got indicted in Detroit for
No.
the city council?
Oh yeah, he
For the
stole
boardwalk?
$40 million. That's what I'm saying. And that's why everyone's like, how did Detroit blow up so fast? Weed market's one big part. But I think it's because they finally figured out whose hands are going in the cookie jar, and they finally stopped it.
Oh yeah, I think this was the last guy they got out.
No. There's
Like that's stealing millions.
No.
Yeah,
There's bigger than him.
I don't think so.
Yes,
bro.
there is. Gretchen's number one, and so is what's his name.
Yeah, you know what?
And so is what's his name. Dude, she just got $3.6 billion
Yeah.
to build roads.
And guess what? If Biden drops out, I think Gretchen's gonna be the next top runner for president. So
No,
you
can't
better
well will
fucking
be.
hope not.
We'll hold that for next time. But there's a lot of shady shit happening where their money is, and that's why I think that where anyone has that kind of money, they got skeletons in their closet.
I'm not saying 100%.
No, but
but
it could be serious. I think it could be very serious, and I think that it's gonna be interesting to see that.
I guess what I was saying is the big fish.
Yeah.
They got out already because we
Yeah,
wouldn't
Kwame.
be in the problems that we wouldn't have got over the problems that we already got over if the big fishes weren't out that were stealing.
100%.
The people that are stealing 40, 50, 60 million dollars.
Hundreds
Like
of millions.
yeah.
Kwame was stealing hundreds.
that's what I'm saying. Kwame stole hundreds. This guy stole 40s and millions
It's
of
adds up,
dollars.
Yeah.
The next biggest person I could see would be someone like the governor. Because
Or I was thinking the new mayor of Detroit, which is what's his name.
man, I don't know. He's too straight edge for me. I don't think he would do nothing.
I think
man.
his own people might be doing him wrong though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it would be him, but his people doing
Yeah.
him wrong. Because he is like all about the people,
He
investing
loves
back.
Detroit, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's done, my opinion, nothing
What's
but a
his name?
great job. God dang, I know
Mike
this.
something.
Mike Duggan.
Mike Duggan.
Mike Duggan.
Mayor Mike Duggan.
He's done a phenomenal job, in my opinion. But yeah, you're probably right. Some people on his campaign are probably doing him wrong.
100%.
But
There's only one way to find out.
man, compared to what
Seeing it
Kwame
in the
was,
future.
compared,
Follow with me there.
I don't know, compared to what Detroit was when Kwame was mayor versus
Oh.
now.
God.
But we'll leave it on that.
Yeah, no, 100%. We'll catch up back on the city of Detroit. We'll give some financial advice, what's coming up in the city, and what's everything else coming next.
We got to figure out that Monopoly thing too.
Oh my God, yeah, we gotta find that shit, bro. I'm so lit about that.
But we'll see the people next time.
Comment down below. We can't wait to see your hate comments. Thank you so much for listening.